Hi everybody, it's Mike the Heal Your Gut Guy, and in this video we're going to talk about how to resolve conflicts. And this is important because our conflicts are putting our organs into overdrive, keeping them in overdrive for too long, which causes them to produce these nasty symptoms like Crohn's and colitis. So for a lot of you, especially those of you with Crohn's and colitis, you have already on some level resolved this conflict. During the conflict active phase, you are building up extra gut cells to help you digest and absorb this hard to digest thing in your life, and then when it gets resolved, the body gets rid of these extra gut cells. And this process can yo-yo back and forth forever if the conflict isn't fully resolved or if you're having conflict relapses all the time. The biggest example I see of this is romantic relationships. So let's say, 1 week you and your partner are doing great, and then the next week you're fighting. And then the next week you guys are great, and then the next week you're fighting. Depending on how you experience this can be cell proliferation, cell loss, cell proliferation, cell loss. And it just can wreak havoc on your gut. And I have a few different strategies for how to do this, but like my ultimate strategies where I go in depth on how to strategies on how to fix these conflicts in your life are in my rapid gut healing program. I have videos on how to approach a romantic relationship if you're a male or if you are a female. I have a lot of information on jobs and money, some ways you can deal with job and money issues, how to deal with friendships. A lot of people, it's their health, and that's all what German New Medicine is about. And that's why Dr. Hamer would say the therapy is in the knowledge, because if you have this knowledge, you're no longer afraid of all the crazy stuff that modern medicine and holistic medicine is going to throw at you. And I also have a lot of advice on family advice as well. And a lot of my advice kind of comes from a Christian perspective. And, our religions and our faith can really help us out in these categories. But it also comes from a practical perspective. So the first stage in any of this, so if I highly suggest you go into the Rapid Gut Healing Program. Right now it's $497 or 6 easy payments of $97. And I've seen people do miraculous things in here because we have the support. It comes with a Facebook group where we answer your questions every single day, and 3 times a week, 4 times a week, we're doing live Q&As where you can get on a Zoom call and talk to us, and we can help you identify the conflict, which is the most important part, and help you do strategies, help you come up with strategies to fully resolve your conflicts. So that being said, the link is down in the description. The first thing we need to do is identify the conflict. What was really stressful in your life when your symptoms first started? Now, if it's Crohn's and colitis, it's a resolution is when your symptoms are going to start, because during the conflict active phase, there's cell proliferation, you're not experiencing many symptoms, it gets resolved, and then that's what's going to cause the symptoms, because we're getting rid of the extra gut cells. Identify the conflict. I'm going to be honest, I had a hard time identifying my conflicts. I don't know a lot of my conflict shocks because I've been crapping my pants since I can remember. But I remember when I had big flares, and they were always with relationship issues, like going through breakups and stuff like that. My perianal fistula didn't show up until after a bad breakup in high school. I had a horrible flare, in my late 20s, after a breakup. So what are we trying to digest? Are we trying to digest? For me, it was women or my ambitions, but a lot of it was women. So I was always trying to digest females. How do I attract them? How do I keep them attracted? How do I keep them happy in a relationship? That's what I was obsessed with. Or, I'm obsessed with YouTube right now. How do I get more views? How do I get more engagements? How do I give my customers, my viewers, more value? What is the conflict? And then, we do need to, these are practical things. I can't just think my way out of the situation, but at the end of the day, I do have to think my way out of the situation. How do you tackle a problem? How do you tackle a conflict enjoyably? I don't know. That question is different for everybody. But the important thing is that you speak to yourself and you use language that influences your brain to behave in a positive manner versus in a stressed out, negative manner. So how do I do XYZ enjoyably is so important, because today we go around, we go, oh, I gotta answer comments. Oh, I gotta make a video. This sucks. How do I make videos enjoyably? Now all of a sudden your brain's like, how do we do this enjoyably? How do I answer YouTube comments enjoyably? How do I do this enjoyably? Versus, oh, YouTube comments suck. I hate doing them, blah, blah, blah. How do I work on my relationship issues enjoyably? How do I do my job enjoyably? How do I fix my friendship issues enjoyably? How do I fix my money issues enjoyably? Notice how different your brain feels. Our words have a lot of power. Our words direct how our brain thinks. So let's get back to here. Identify the conflict. This is so important. I see so many people, they're just like, yeah, I can't remember what it is. I'm like, that's not... Go to a coffee shop, go to a cafe, throw your phone in the corner, get out a piece of paper and get out a pen and start and make a timeline. All right, here I went to the hospital. What was I stressed out about? Okay, were you in college? Were you in high school? What job was it? Okay, here it was here. Okay, I was in high school. Okay, what was going on in high school? Oh, I had a really mean teacher. You're not going to get it maybe on the first try. Maybe it takes you 2 or 3 times of doing this, but you have to start digging. You have to start asking your brain, what is the conflict? And chances are, and if it's a long time ago, pick your last flare. You have to do this, because chances are you're stressed out about a bunch of things, but there's only one of those things is causing your digestive issues. You have to identify the conflict. This is so important. And I know I needed help to identify mine. And I can help you do this. Me and my team can help you do this inside the Rapid Gut Healing Program. And once you identify that conflict, you can start coming up with practical solutions on how to resolve this thing, because now that you know this conflict is causing you your symptoms, now you have motivation to actually fix this thing instead of brushing it off to the side. You're like, I don't really need to, it's not that bad. Now you know it's causing you to crap your pants in public. Okay, all right, I'm motivated to try to fix this thing now. And we have very practical tools. How do I fix this problem enjoyably? And then another thing, because a lot of our problems are imaginary. Most of them are imaginary. And so what we need to ask ourselves is, what belief is making this conflict an issue? What belief? What belief? Why do I feel this way? I had one student the other day was, I'm afraid of making new friends because of what my friends 7 years ago did to me, and I felt I was very vulnerable, very taken advantage of, and I'm afraid of that happening again. And then later in the conversation, they would say something like, Well, I'm not afraid of that because I would never let that happen to me again because I'm in a different stage in my life and da-da-da-da-da. Yet she was still operating off of that belief that I don't make new friends because, I don't trust anybody because of this past experience. But once we brought that up and made the conscious mind aware of it, it was kind of like, oh, wow, that's ridiculous. And, oh, wow, this is causing a lot of issues. It was actually causing her to be very bloated. So, what beliefs how did that belief, oh, this belief was formed when my friends ditched me on my birthday or whatever. Is this belief still serving me? All right, let's change this belief. Let's kill this belief and put in a new, better belief. Our beliefs can change, and they usually change based off of traumatic experiences. Our brain's lazy. It does not like changing beliefs. Our brain is always trying to save energy, and changing beliefs is very energy intensive for the brain. So just be aware that our brain is always trying to save energy. Avoid pain and save energy. So now you have these key pieces of the puzzle in these two simple tools. I know you guys think you want like something else, but like these two simple tools can produce insane results. How do I do this enjoyably? And what beliefs are making this an issue, and how can I let's put in it, let's instill a new belief. That can fix a lot of that can fix a lot of issues. As far as romantic relationships go, especially males, you need to be educated on how to be a man. I didn't know how to be a man, so because when men don't act like men, it drives women insane, and they'll take over the relationship and drive it straight into the ground. So, females want to be with a man, and for females, it's a little bit harder for me to give you advice, but subconsciously you will go crazy if your man's not being a man. And it's very hard to find a real man today that understands masculine values. So that's the big part of romantic relationships. Job-related issues. Again, a lot of job-related issues are caused by beliefs. Like, oh, I believe that my boss expects the world of me. A lot of it's like managing expectations. Like, you don't have to do everything your boss tells you. I don't know. It depends on what your job is, but a lot of job-related stress is expectation management, and then asking yourself, how do I do my job enjoyably? Friends is expectation management and beliefs on, maybe having unrealistic beliefs on what your friends are supposed to provide for you. Oh, my friend's always supposed to be there for me, XYZ, XYZ. And, we might make that impossible for them, make these impossible standards for them to live up to. Money, I see people just waste money on ridiculous things. How can I make more money enjoyably? There are millionaires who don't think they have enough money. What beliefs are causing that? Health, learn German new medicine. That'll get rid of most of your health issues. And then family, it's like, what beliefs is causing me to get offended by what my family says? And how can I change that belief? How can I interact with my family enjoyably? These two tools can do so much heavy lifting, so much work. But inside my Rapid Gut Healing program, it really helps to talk this out with somebody and to get a new perspective. You can talk to me. You can talk to my other coach, Deanna. She has over 10 years of helping people through these things. And I have another coach who is a trained hypnotist who really has a really good understanding of German new medicine. He's Italian, so he's been in the German new medicine community for a lot longer than us English speakers. German new medicine's only been around in English for about 10 years. So he has a lot of relationships with people who've been doing German new medicine and hypnosis and NLP with clients for 20, 30 years. So he has a ton of experience on how to help people practically through these issues and see the world differently so their organs aren't being thrown in and out of overdrive. And it's for an insane price you're not going to get anywhere else. Because if you guys go to any other gut healing program, they don't even know what the word heal means, yet alone inflammation. They don't understand the root cause. And they're going to have you spend $500, they're going to have you spend $1,000 on tuition fee to learn literal shit. Like, I'm sorry, but no, I'm not sorry, but it is shit. I've been to I've been to most of these programs, and then they're going to have you spend $500 on supplements that don't do anything, because we haven't addressed the emotional root cause, which is putting the gut in and out of overdrive. And most of the information that you learn puts the gut in and out of overdrive even more. But with us, you can literally pay, $497 or 6 easy payments of $97, 3-month refund guarantee, so 0 risk, and you're working with the best of the best. All of my coaches have healed themselves of gut issues. We do this every day, every single day, multiple times a day. We know what we're doing. We know how to get you better. And, what is important to you guys? Don't you think it's a good idea to get your life back under control? How much value is your health to you? How much value? When I was sick, I couldn't go out and have fun, whether it was friends, or I couldn't even watch Netflix and play video games enjoyably. But when I got my gut health back, I could eat whatever foods I wanted. I got a healthy body back. It's very nice being able to have energy and being able to put on weight and go to the gym and look good and feel good. I could have had so much time invested in my career to make more money. Yeah, guys, I want to help you guys get better. So it's up to it's your choice on how you want to do this. But this is for people who are serious, who really value their life and want to thrive, or maybe just feel like a normal person again. I can help you do this. I see people. There's one guy who just entered our course. He had horrible UC. He was super underweight. I think he was like 135 pounds or something like that. Now he's like 165, 170 pounds. He looks jacked, eating whatever he wants. Looks great, like it never happened. And he did it this fast. He's like back to work. He's back to work, making money again. And yeah, it was easy for him because he got professional help from us. I understand what it's like to be, I'm going to go by the beat of my own drum. I'm going to save money by not getting help. This is stuff you've never been exposed to before. It's different. You're going to need help. Your brain does not like to, we have these belief systems we need to change, and the brain does not like doing that. And it really needs help from outside people to make this transition a lot smoother, because it's just patterns your brain has never even concocted before. All right, guys. My name is Mike, the Heal Your Gut Guy. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you guys later. Go down below and sign up for the Rapid Gut Healing Program. I would love to work with you. Bye-bye.